Hi, I'm Sadye Evyn Reish, interior stylist and hospitality expert who specializes in Airbnbs. And I want to let you in on the 5 things you need to become a highly successful Airbnb host. You ready? Let's get to it. So, number 1, good style and the photos to flaunt it. Here's the thing, with 5.6 million active Airbnb listings worldwide, it's not enough to just throw a bunch of random furniture in a room, snap some crappy iPhone pics, throw them up on your profile, and call it a day. Nope, the key to having a successful Airbnb starts with an attention-grabbing space and the photos to show it off. Because let's face it, you can have all the bells and whistles for your Airbnb, but if your photos look more like mug shots than glamour shots, people will inevitably swipe left, so to speak, on your property and look for one with pretty pictures instead. Because just like with a dating profile, photos are your first impression. And when it comes to attracting your ideal guest, lighting, angles, and presentation matter, my friends. Number 2, you gotta have stellar communication. We all know this. In any relationship, communication is key, and the same holds true for your host-to-guest interaction. From answering pre-booking inquiries and making sure guests have everything they need during their visit, to ensuring a smooth checkout and then following up with a review once they've gone. How you communicate with your guests before, during, and after their stay is such an important part of their customer journey. You want to be prompt, clear, and courteous throughout every stage of their experience. But also remember that every time a guest books, it's more than just a transaction. It's an opportunity for you to not only grow and nurture your audience, but ultimately boost your bottom line. Number 3, create an experience. So, quick history lesson for those who may not be aware. When Airbnb first hit the scene in 2007, it was literally just an air mattress on the floor of the founder's loft in San Francisco. So understandably at that time, the strategy was to offer a significantly cheaper alternative to hotels with a place to crash for the night sort of vibe. But now, 14 years and more than 4 million hosts later, it's more about creating an overall experience for your guests. One that not only catches their eye, but makes them want to stay a while without having to blow up their bed in the middle of the night and tell their friends to visit too. Here's the thing, I could rattle off countless ways in which you can up the ante with your amenities and further enhance the guest experience. But in my experience, the number 1 thing you should invest in and pay attention to is the bed. And I'm talking a bona fide bed, not the kind that requires air. But in all seriousness, for all the Airbnbs that I've designed, almost every single guest review comments on 3 things. Number 1, the overall style and vibe. Number 2, how great the hosts were. And number 3, how comfortable the mattress was. And here's the thing, the best part about that last one is that it was less than $300 and it conveniently came in a box. So the moral of the guest experience story is this. A stylish design paired with stellar communication plus thoughtful touches and a comfortable place to sleep all combine to leave a lasting impression, which is paramount to getting good reviews, guest retention, and more bookings. And number 4, prepare for the unexpected. Because after all, as Forrest Gump so poignantly put it, shit happens, right? In life and with regard to Airbnbs. But regarding the latter, things are gonna break, you guys. They're gonna go missing, get stained, stop working, etc. So planning ahead for what could go wrong by buying in bulk for heavily used items like towels, sheets, shower curtains, glassware, etc. It's not only gonna save you time and help you quickly reset the space between guests, but it's also gonna save you money and from the headache of having to make emergency trips to the store. And finally, number 5, treat your Airbnb like a business, because it is one. And as with any money-making endeavor, if you wanna be successful, you first and foremost need to offer a quality product and service. But you also need to identify who your ideal customer is. You need to know your industry and competitors, be willing to invest time and money, be flexible and adaptable to unforeseen changes or events like a pandemic. I mean, no one saw that coming. You want to keep track of your profits and losses and regularly assess what's working and be willing to change what's not. And at some point, you may need to determine what to delegate. So maybe you outsource your cleaning or you hire a management company. And as always, you want to look for ways to level up, whether that's attaining superhost or plus status or upping the ante once again with your amenities. And last but certainly not least, in fact, maybe most important, you always, always, always want to serve your guests. Well, there you have it, the 5 things you need to become a highly successful Airbnb host. Once again, I'm Sadye Evyn Reish, an interior stylist and hospitality expert who specializes in Airbnbs. For more tips, tricks, hacks, and how-tos, and to grab your free Airbnb starter guide, head to sadyevynreish.com/Airbnb.